So we're talking about Norma Foley today, and would you believe she says one thing and then does the other thing? So first of all, where should I start? Because she's made an absolute bollocks of herself today. Like she has made the bollocks of herself many times before, but she's absolutely bollocks herself this time. So basically, the way she's been saying for God knows how long schools are safe and everything like that. Well, listen to this. I'll show you the picture here. So this is her in a school in Dublin, right? There's students around her and everything like that. Right, she went to the school in Dublin, right? She went to because they were graduated in 6 years, right? And OT done a hit piece saying, "Oh, look at this! All the students are happy." No, 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 people, she's doing a great job. No, don't get angry with Fianna Fáil. No, 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 please, people, don't listen to these people. Don't listen to Adrian Logan and the rest of them. Don't listen. OT's trying their best to save Norma Foley. This is what OT's at the moment. But yeah, Norma Foley came out with this ridiculous statement, reduce your contacts and things like that on her stand with 6 year pupils. And then as many people pointed out, they were saying, did she go into the classroom? Because she's been saying to teachers and teachers unions and things like that, it's safe to go into the classrooms, go into the classrooms. And I know myself, there's teachers I know that are scared. They were worried to have elderly parents, they're taking care of elderly parents and things like that. They were scared, and they were basically told by the unions and the Department of Education and Norma Foley herself, so fuck you, go fuck yourselves. You can die in the classrooms if you want. And that's basically what was said by Norma Foley. There was no... And again, she didn't go into the classroom. She never went into the classroom. She was outside sitting there. And OT were doing the hit piece saying to everybody else, how dare you criticise? Look at this woman. She's there with the 6 years. But here, they didn't understand OT. That it seemed very hypocritical. Because they were like, then she came along and saying, they should reduce their contacts and self-isolate. Even I don't know, like again, if I see Norma Foley coming to the school where I was at, my secondary school, and my last few days of school, the last day I think it was, their last day, I would literally go outside and hang myself, be honest, because I wouldn't want to see, I wouldn't do that. I'd probably do that if she ran away from me. Because I would want to give her a good telling off, because I have a good lot to say to her. And I would like to tell her, I literally, I would love if she came to my school in Bethany College or any of the schools in Cavan. I'd be the first one there, and I'd be the first one to give you very hard questions. The students there probably were afraid to ask. I probably didn't say anything to her. But going by OT, it was like, oh, she's a great minister of education. She's caused no harm to us. That's total bollocks. And we all know it's bollocks. It's propaganda. OT is the propaganda machine of the government. Trying to toe the line. Try and say, look, Norma Foley, she's doing a great job. After the horrendous amount of harm she's caused to children and to young people. I could go on. I really could go on. And she's like, reduce your contacts. I'm there now. And again, she's been saying she just go into the... Again, can anybody else see what I'm shiting about here? She's really just talking utter bollocks as she usually does. And OT going around with a hit piece saying, and then asking students there, which were probably made said, that, I was taking the stress on me, predict the grades and everything, and Norma Foley's done a great job, oh, how brilliant. I love it, like OT won away if they see me. They'd be like, oh, good God, is this fella? Like, literally, I must be the only person in the country, the only young person in the country that's standing up to this Norma Foley tyranny. Like, literally, she's the new bloody Joseph Stalin, but one in an education system. Like, again, this is... It's absurd. It is really absurd what she was talking about here. And reduce your contacts, and she goes into the school. She goes to the school. She didn't go into it, but she was at the school. And then come along and say, oh, reduce your contacts. Again, this is the question I need to ask. Why is she going from... If she is Kerry, TD in Kerry, she probably lives in Kerry. Why is she for going from Kerry to Dublin? Please, somebody explain that. Because none of such a... Anybody, please explain. Anybody, OTE. But again, OT, you think OT would have said, we're going to stand up for the pupils, even when the Leaving Cert charade was going on, that it took us nearly 8 weeks to decide what she wanted to do. You think they would have said, we have to defend our pupils, we have to defend our minds, they've been put through hell. OT just were towing the line for the government, saying, oh, you know what, it's very difficult business, it's very difficult, and talking absolute bollocks as they usually do. But again, what this nonsensical what Norma Foley was on about today. Hypocrisy at its finest. Hypocrisy at its finest. Like, my Christ. I don't know how you could say one thing. Like, this woman just keeps giving, and this woman just gives ammunition to everything. What? Like, it's going to be a disaster. Let's totally be honest with Stephen. So something will probably happen to just make it a disaster, and it'll be her fault. and we all know she's going to do something to be a bollocks. But my God, they'd reduced the contacts and not go, and then she didn't even go into the classroom. She didn't even sit in any of the classroom. She sat outside on the bench. Can anybody else see this? And she utterly refused. She was asked once before in an interview, and she was asked, I think 4 or 5 times, would she sit in a classroom now with loads of students? And I don't think she even answered. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know I think, man, if we put a cat in charge of the Department of Education, I think they would do a better job. Beyonce. Thank you.